Charlotte Dujardin and Valegro, a legend in the world of dressage. In the history of dressage, few partnerships have captured the hearts of so many people as Charlotte Dujardin and her horse, Valegro. Their story is one of dedication, talent, and a deep, almost unbreakable bond between rider and horse. It is a tale that celebrates not only the technical perfection of dressage, but also the emotional journey that a rider and her horse embark on together. The early years, an unexpected start. The story of Charlotte Dujardin and Valegro began long before the two dominated international arenas. Charlotte, born in 1985 in Enfield, North London, grew up in a family with no connection to equestrian sports. However, her passion for horses emerged at a young age when her mother enrolled her in riding lessons. Charlotte's talent and determination quickly became apparent, and she began to develop her skills in the world of dressage. Despite her youth, Charlotte was determined to make her mark in the equestrian world. Her dedication to the sport was remarkable. She practiced relentlessly, learned from every mistake, and was determined to constantly improve. Her breakthrough came when, at the age of 22, she moved to the stable of Carl Hester, one of the most respected names in British dressage. Carl saw potential in Charlotte and took her under his wing, determined to guide her on her path to the top. Valegro, born in 2002, had already built a reputation as a promising young horse by the time he crossed paths with Charlotte. Yet, no one could have predicted that he would grow into one of the greatest dressage horses of all time. Carl Hester, who had trained the young Valegro, recognized in him a rare combination of strength, suppleness, and intelligence. But it wasn't until Charlotte and Valegro began working together that the true magic started. The magic begins, the early years together. The first few months that Charlotte and Valegro worked together were crucial. Rather than focusing on competitions, they concentrated on building a bond. This was not a standard procedure, but Charlotte intuitively understood that the key to success lay in mutual trust and respect. Her approach was gentle but firm. She demanded a lot from Valegro, but also gave him the space to learn and grow. Carl Hester played a crucial role during this developmental phase. He gave Charlotte the freedom to develop her own style, while guiding her with his years of experience and expertise. Under his watchful eye, Charlotte and Valegro began to develop a unique chemistry, one that would later become the foundation for their unparalleled success. In 2011, Charlotte and Valegro won their first major title at the British Championships. This was the moment the world began to realize that this combination was something special. Their performances were marked by an unprecedented precision and grace, but also by a clear joy and mutual respect. It was as if they were one entity, so perfectly attuned were they to each other. Olympic gold, a historic moment. The pinnacle of their joint career came during the 2012 London Olympics. This was a home game for Charlotte, and the pressure was immense. Yet Charlotte and Valegro managed to turn that pressure into a performance of epic proportions. Their ride during the Grand Prix Special was one of the most spectacular moments in dressage history. With scores that were unprecedentedly high, they not only won the gold medal, but also captured the hearts of millions of spectators around the world. Their performance was not only technically perfect, but also full of emotion. The dedication and trust between Charlotte and Valegro were evident in every movement they made. This was not merely a demonstration of technique. It was art in its purest form. The world witnessed something rarely seen in the sport, the perfect fusion of rider and horse. The triumph, world records, and continued success. After their Olympic triumph, Charlotte and Valegro continued to dominate the dressage world. They broke multiple world records and won titles at European Championships and World Championships. Their consistency was remarkable. Time and again, they delivered performances of the highest level without ever faltering. One of the most memorable moments of their career was their performance at the 2014 World Equestrian Games. With an almost perfect score, they once again broke the world record in the Grand Prix freestyle, a feat that cemented their place in the annals of the sport. However, what truly set them apart was the way they achieved this. Their rides were always imbued with elegance and emotion, with an unmistakable bond that captivated audiences. The secret to their success lay in the bond between Charlotte and Valegro. While Valegro was undoubtedly an exceptional horse, it was their deep mutual understanding that elevated them to legendary heights. Charlotte did not treat Valegro as a mere mount, but as a partner, a friend, and that respect was evident in every movement they made together. The farewell, a moment of reflection. In 2016, after winning a second gold medal at the Rio de Janeiro, took place at the Olympia Horse Show in London, where he performed one final time. It was an emotional moment for everyone who had witnessed their journey. The energy in the arena was almost palpable as Charlotte and Valegro executed their last freestyle to music. There was no competition, no judges. This was purely a celebration of their incredible achievements and the bond they had forged. As the lights dimmed and the audience gave them a standing ovation, it was clear that this was not the end of their story, but rather the beginning of their legend. Valegro would never be forgotten, and his legacy would live on in the hearts of those who had witnessed his greatness. The legacy of Charlotte and Valegro. Today, Charlotte Dujardin remains one of the most respected and influential figures in the world of dressage. She continues to compete and train new talent, but the lessons she learned from her time with Valegro remain central to everything she does. She has always emphasized that the key to success lies not only in technical skill, but also in the bond you build with your horse. Valegro now enjoys a peaceful retirement, surrounded by love and care. He will always be remembered as one who embodied the true essence of the sport. Their story is an inspiration to everyone in the equestrian world and beyond. It reminds us that true greatness is not only determined by what you achieve, but also by how you achieve it. Charlotte and Valegro showed the world that with dedication, mutual respect, and a deep bond, the limits of what is possible can be pushed beyond imagination. And so, even after their departure from the arena, the name Valegro remains synonymous with perfection, and Charlotte Dujardin with the ability to embody that perfection with elegance, humility, and deep love. Together, they not only broke records, but also won hearts and created a legacy that will live on forever.